the honest truth is that adjudication has been around a long time, in the sense it's been around for over a quarter of a century under this piece of legislation I mentioned. And as a result of that, inevitably lawyers got their hands on it, and they made it a bit complicated and made it a bit costly. And it was being used to resolve much more complicated, much more sophisticated and costly disputes than it was originally intended for.
Okay.
And to that extent, some years ago, 2017, the government, through the department, what was previously known as BEIS, B-E-I-S, did a consultation to see, well, is adjudication now too costly that small and medium-sized businesses can no longer use it? And what's the reason behind that? And they discovered that, the costs had increased because adjudication had been grabbed by the lawyers and it was turning into another form of litigation. It's becoming more complex, slow. Lawyers get involved, technical experts. So RSS, along with a number of other organisations, like the Construction Industry Council and members of the Construction Industry Council, like REBA, the architects, and the ICE, for example, got together to look at, well, how can we now re-enfranchise those small businesses back into adjudication without having to change the law? And what the Construction Industry Council came up with was a framework, if you like, for adjudication that complied with the Act. So it didn't mean you had to get a whole new piece of legislation, but was aimed at allowing small disputes to be resolved within 28 days from the start of the adjudication to the end, just as before, binding, and with the maximum payout being £5,000 to the parties, normally split between them. And that was launched by the Construction Industry Council initially in 2020 and updated in May last year. And since then, hundreds of smaller businesses have started to use it. So it's construction adjudication, and it's become massively sophisticated for big, large disputes, being brought back into the arena for small disputes. And RSS, my organisation, is one of the bodies that people come to get their adjudicators. So they say, right, I need an adjudicator. Where do I go? And you apply to RSS, and RSS will appoint one. And those adjudicators will work within that framework to resolve the dispute within 28 days at a maximum cost. It's not a fixed cost, it's a maximum cost of £5,000, which, when you think about going to court, is a fraction of what it costs to go to court.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Time, energy, away from the business, back and forward to court. It doesn't always get resolved on day one. Paperwork, like 5,000 is nothing in comparison to, what you could have to pay a lawyer to do this for you. And
£5,000, that's just get the lawyer started, isn't it? £5,000.
It is, yeah.